war.
Right. And when this war is over, when you have a homeland free from humans, what do you think it's going to be like? Do you know? Have you thought about it? Have you given it any consideration? Because you're very close to getting what you want. What's it going to be like? Paint me a picture. Are you going to live in houses? Do you want people to go to work? Will there be holidays? Oh, will there be music? Do you think people will be allowed to play violins? Who's going to make the violins? Well, oh, you don't actually know, do you? Because, like every other tantruming child in history, Bonnie, you don't actually know what you want. So let me ask you a question about this brave new world of yours. When you've killed all the bad guys, and when it's all perfect and just and fair, when you have finally got it exactly the way you want it, what are you going to do with the people like you? The troublemakers. How are you going to protect your glorious revolution from the next one?
We'll win.
Oh, will you? Well, maybe you will win. But nobody wins for long. The wheel just keeps turning. So come on. Break the cycle.
Why are you still talking?
Because I want to get you to see, and I'm almost there.
Do you know what I see, Doctor? A box. A box with everything I need. A 50% chance.
For us too.
And we're off! Fingers on buzzers! Are you feeling lucky? Are you ready to play the game? Who's going to be quickest? Who's going to be luckiest?
This is not a game!
No, it's not a game, sweetheart, and I mean that most sincerely.
Why are you doing this?
Yes, I'd quite like to know that too. You set this up, why?
Because it's not a game, Kate. This is a scale model of war. Every war ever fought right there in front of you. Because it's always the same. When you fire that first shot, no matter how right you feel, you have no idea who's going to die. You don't know whose children are going to scream and burn. How many hearts will be broken? How many lives shattered? How much blood will spill until everybody does what they're always going to have to do from the very beginning? Sit down and talk! Listen to me, listen. I just want you to think. Do you know what thinking is? It's just a fancy word for changing your mind.
I will not change my mind.
Then you will die stupid. Alternatively, you could step away from that box. You could walk right out of that door and you could stand your revolution down.
No. I'm not stopping this, Doctor. I started it. I will not stop it. You think they'll let me go after what I've done?
You're all the same, you screaming kids. You know that? Look at me. I'm unforgivable. Well, here's the unforeseeable. I forgive you. After all you've done. I forgive you.
You don't understand. You will never understand.
I don't understand? Are you kidding me? Of course I understand. I mean, you call this a war, this funny little thing? This is not a war. I fought in a bigger war than you will ever know. I did worse things than you could ever imagine. When I close my eyes, I hear more screams than anyone could ever be able to count. And you know what you do with all that pain? Shall I tell you where you put it? You hold it tight till it burns your hand. And you say this: no one else will ever have to live like this. No one else will ever have to feel this pain. Not on my watch.
Hello everybody, FunReviews here, and I am back in the Tardis Hall of Tardises. And yes, you will have noticed where the 2015 one was, there has been some changes. So I've decided to just pop it right back in the warehouse area where the reviews take place, just to take a quick little look at it again, because it's been a pretty big update. But first I want to marvel at this exterior. It looks awesome. because of all the mud grain effects on the exterior shell, and it just looks amazing. Amazing. And the St. John's ambulance, and it all looks amazing. So now let's just take a look at the skins. You've got this one with the whited out windows. The more show accurate one with the some blacked out, some whited out. You've got the lit up version and the snow and iced up version from the Christmas special intros. So now let's go into the interior. Now, as soon as you close the door, you notice they have made the door more show accurate by having the normal police box doors on the outside and the whited out doors on the inside. And as soon as you come inside, you notice there have been some changes, like the lights around the rim of the upper level and the jack-o'-lanterns, because this was released to celebrate Halloween. So you can sit on the jack-o'-lanterns. And once you come down here, now something they have added, which was in Roadblocks, which I love, is now we've got lockers, so you can store stuff in and really make your TARDIS your own. And you've got some spooky, scary skeletons here. Yeah. Now something they have added is they, of course, you still have the controls. So you can control them all like this. And something they have added is now you can access the rewrite interface from here. So we can take a look at this. But before we do, I want to show you some of the cosmetic things you can do. Because most people would make a whole video dedicated to this, but I kind of got bored and started making some anyway. So you will know this is a sort of secondary Hall of TARDISes to the main one here, and it's because I've customized all of these. Not very well, but I have customized them to the best, some of them. So these are sort of master TARDISes. So you've got the 1963 TARDIS that I probably would be the masters. And yes, all of these controls do actually function. They are still TARDIS rewrites. I just used the Submaterials mod to redesign them. So I didn't really bother much with this one because it's Tom Baker's, so it's sort of a cheap and nasty one that I did. So this is Tom Baker's Master TARDIS. This is the 80s TARDIS. Now, I did take my time with this one, sort of to make sure it looked really cool. I did some stuff to the console. I made sure all this looked nice and pretty, and I did go out my way and do the corridors and rooms, which have now been added in the new updates. Now, this one, there wasn't really much to be done, because there wasn't really much submaterials to work with, as in this was literally all I could do with that mod. Now the Matt Smith one went, oh my god, this just went completely mental. This wall's, most of these have just completely disappeared. But I did my best. It was really tricky to do that one. Well, this one, literally, you couldn't do anything with it. Oh, a message to Dr. Matt if he ever watches this. Add textures! This is the Hellbent one. Now, this one I didn't really design to look like the Masters. I sort of made my own. So, this is my very own little Peter Capaldi TARDIS. I customized the time rotor and the walls so they all looked like mine, and they all still function. They are still all TARDIS rewrites. But now let's head back over to the primary one, and let's take a look at the new flight animations. So as soon as you put in flight mode, you notice everything just runs a lot smoother. Like these flow a lot smoother around, and they've added in new lights to the upper level floor. And also they've upgraded all the bookcases and chalkboards. So now, let's take a look at the time vortex. Right away, it just looks a lot cooler with the whole open animation. And yes, it is true, they have indeed added in the 2014 TARDIS. They have indeed added in the 2014 time vortex. I was getting sick of the 2013 one. So now let's fly down to Earth. And just to show you that these are still functioning rewrites, if I can avoid falling out off the planet, I'll go into my little custom one. It is still functioning the same as put it forward to my little testing area. Yeah, this was sort of an experiment area. I put a practice TARDIS here. This is where I put my practice custom TARDIS. Tell me which one you prefer out of the two 80s TARDISes. But so I can show you the animations from when it's not going to materialize into the time vortex. Don't want that. I need settings, options, teleport vortex. Okay. I do plan to add more custom stuff into this TARDIS. Like, I'm a big gamer, as you know from FunReviews, so, and they've added in some blocks, some consoles, so I'll add those in. I'll also probably utilise the new cabinets now as well as utilise some space up here, like Peter Capaldi's Doctor. But I'm going to customise it some more. I might even customise the actual console a little bit more. So here's the rematerialization. So there you have it. So let's pop this back in the custom TARDIS Hall of Fame. Okay, I'll fix that more later. So Cue the iconic quote.
God! Oh, it's bigger
Yes,
on the inside.
we need to concentrate.
There it is.
Yeah, I know where you're going with this, but I need you to calm down.
On the outside.
Oh, you certainly grasped the essentials.
My entire understanding of physical space has been transformed. Three-dimensional Euclidean geometry has been torn up, thrown in the air, and snubbed to death. My grasp of the universal constants of physical reality has been changed.